trying to seduce you.
I'm so excited about talking about it.
Alrighty, guys. Testing. Yep. Just making sure all audio levels are good per usual. Always got to check because we've had an unfortunate amount of technical difficulties recently. Awesome. Testing good. Mics are good. Awesome. Cool. I think we're all good to go, guys. Gonna get started just a minute early today. Nothing too crazy. Hope everyone is doing well today. Get all these last. Let's see where I want to do this. Let's do this over here. Make sure we're doing all right. Get readings up. Alrighty, guys. Welcome back. If you're new, my name is Trent Manager. Welcome back to MTV TA. I'm your host, Trent Manager, per usual. Patrons, welcome back. For those who continue to come back, and of course, I've been here since the beginning. Welcome back. I appreciate you guys endlessly, and all the support you guys do day in and day out. This is why I'm able to do this. So just to go over today's agenda, guys. So today we're going to be covering, we got of course, massive amounts of news and everything going on today. Just the overall week in general. It's another week of cryptocurrency in the bull market. You already know. We have a ton to go over today. So starting off, we've got we're going to go over the Bitcoin ETF in Canada, their third one improvement for this week. We're going to go over United States stimulus approves another almost close to $2 trillion here in the United States for more stimulus checks. As soon as the 14th, those will start being deployed into bank accounts, which is very, very well. I know they've been working on that for quite a while. Lots of controversy around that. We're also going to be going over the further understanding of ETH and Ethereum and their balance sheets with corporations. We currently and still do every day. If you do look, we get institutions all around the world every single day. It seems like that we have adding cryptocurrency to their balance sheets, and moving their asset reserves from fiat to asset hedges of cryptocurrency, which is phenomenal. It's exactly what we want. I got an extra clip in here just for BTC, possibly a Bitcoin movie plot, which is actually pretty crazy. We're gonna go over that just for a sec. I think it's really funny. I think the plot is gonna be really good, so I think I actually might see the movie, and I actually might recommend it to you guys if it's good. I'll watch it first though, so I won't waste you guys' time. 40% of Goldman Sachs clients are actually already exposed to cryptocurrency, so we'll go over that deeper, but a quick overview that Goldman Sachs, just as the attention has been brought more to the cryptocurrency space, and it seems that everybody knows about it now, and it's like, oh, like everyone knows, and like it's too late, like I missed the train. Like, no, not at all. A lot of these companies actually, they just couldn't publicly come out and tell you this earlier, but some of these institutions and bigger funds have been accumulating since 2018, so they've known this for a while. It's not brand new to a lot of these people. It's just the media makes things so regulated and makes it so congested that sometimes bigger companies, especially if you have influence, you can't come out and say exactly all the time all your numbers, which is completely fine, but actually not completely fine sometimes, but the media can be very censorship sometimes. And we're also going to go over just more adoptions, more huge adoptions that happen globally. Some big adoption in Norwegia and over in Asia. There are some smaller individuals over there who are working into adding crypto to their balance sheet, by the millions. It's not just thousands and millions, it's by the millions. And we're also going to hop in TradingView just shortly, because next week I believe we are going to start our technical analysis section. We'll inch in very slowly. There are going to be readings and practices, and I'm going to be doing a lot of live short videos. Also, before we also do dive in and get started, I got to go to my Patreon page, and just for those who didn't know about the update that I posted, let's go to my post. Main Patreon page. Awesome. And then so over here you can see just in the section we have TA breakdowns now. I posted this yesterday just real quick because I wanted to kind of just not only just introduce this before I kind of slammed on you guys next week, but also just kind of just give a quick briefing overview of to know what to expect and how we're going to navigate this, as I'm still definitely learning how to teach better and give better integration for you guys as I as we keep moving forward with this together, which is phenomenal. So if you missed this, you can go over and just watch this quick video. It's only 15 minutes. I'm going to try to make these short, like under 15 for sure, because I know that it's difficult, sitting there for a long time hearing me talk, but I know the visuals help a lot. So that's kind of the path we're going to be going on for that, for that section of the technical analysis and all that. So, alrighty guys, no more talking. We kind of covered our agenda like I always like to do, just to give you guys a heads up what we're going to be doing, going with, and I go in order. So, I'm going to start doing timestamps as well, just in case, people already know the information and just kind of want to, just kind of zip through it. So that is not a problem either at all. Awesome. Alrighty. Come on, baby. There we go. Alrighty. So starting off on the third Bitcoin ETF expected this week, launch in Canada. So third one this week for Canada. They are eating it up. They're loving it. Their ETFs are doing millions of dollars in futures exchanges a week, even a day. It's getting flooded. Canadians are loving it. They're absolutely loving the Bitcoin ETFs. It's given more security to higher end investors for more of a backbone. There are still people who are speculative and don't really want to be 100% involved, and just don't want to buy Bitcoin outright. They'd rather buy portions from an ETF and kind of have it that way, kind of have them sleep better at night, which is completely fine. And this just also is just pushing, as we always talk about, continued mass adoption. So going with the first bullet point, the ETF is expected to begin trading in Toronto under the ticker TSX on Tuesday. The subject to approval from Boris under the ticker BTCX. I think that's their first one that they actually ended up starting. This is their third one. BTX will give investors exposure to Bitcoin by investing directly in the cryptocurrencies without holdings priced using the Bloomberg Galaxy Bitcoin Index. So usually when you go into ETFs and you don't go actually buy Bitcoin yourself, what is common in the space is not your keys, not your crypto. You might hear people say that. So having a cold storage wallet on the side for keeping your cryptocurrency safe. It's an offline Ledger wallet, and it's not connected to the internet at all. It's completely offline, a very hard, complicated storage. And people are basically just buying pieces of this ETF. They're not buying the actual coin. But I'm gonna have to do a little bit more research because I was a little bit confused as the holdings. I guess they're actually, you know what? I'm sorry. Let me not confuse you guys. That is actually correct. They're probably just buying derivatives. Paper that says, hey, this is how much this is worth. So just like when you go to the bank and exchange gold, and you were like, hey, I want an ounce of gold, and you can either put up money for collateral for that, or you can just have a notary, like a letter that says, hey, this is how much gold this person should get for having this notary. So that actually makes sense now. I didn't mean to confuse you guys on that. And the listing, if approved, would make BTX the third Bitcoin ETF in North America, which is phenomenal. People always wonder when we're getting our Bitcoin ETF. I know that's on the way. I didn't include that just because I didn't have enough information on it for when it was coming out and, all that structural stuff. But I know for sure that... Oh my goodness, I'm so sorry, guys. That North America will be getting theirs within the next, I probably would say less than 16 weeks. The SEC has about, I think, 3 months or less now to decide if they're going to approve that ETF or not, and it's probably going to go through. So you should very well be seeing a Bitcoin ETF probably, I'd say, around before May, I'd say. Before the end of May. That's probably my educated guess, if I were to really give a hard guess on that. And last bullet point, I believe our ETF stands out based on its highly competitive price point in CI, the Galaxy's intensive capabilities and track records in managing alternative investments and digital assets, said Kurt McPlain, CEO of CI Financial, the parent company of CI Global Asset Management. So this is just great. Just shows more mass adoption that we're getting in the space, which is phenomenal. We're getting ETFs that are, having an ETF anywhere in a pub, for anyone to buy is, we're almost there. We're almost there, guys. We got a lot of stuff still to work on, but you see every day why we come on here, and you just see every day. You see people picking it up, understanding it, and moving it forward. So that's all we could really ask for these people. You don't have to understand the ins and outs, all the technicals of what it does, but just understanding the technology, respecting the technology, and respecting change for the future. That's all we could really ask for. So that's all really I'm going to cover on that section. I didn't really mean to get all wordy in that. It was just kind of just giving you guys the exposure that people are adopting every day. And the US, it's hard to keep track of the whole world, but globally there's news every day about Bitcoin. It's becoming very, 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 very mainstream in the institutional levels, and soon for retail once people give the trust for those institutions. Once they see those institutions, that's kind of the green light for everyone else, realistically. So also, we're gonna move on to stimulus checks. We are getting another round here of stimulus. So there are a couple points in here that CoinDesk like to kind of express with stimulus and how that affects the markets. And for those who don't know, really how the stimulus, or just the light background behind the stimulus, it's basically just money to get into the market. It's it's free. It's technically free money. It's not really free. You won't have to pay it back, but the ripple effects long term, of printing this much money will, of course, not be very good in the long term. But right now, we kind of have to deal with what we have right now in the present for issues. So why it matters in the crypto world for having stimulus come out. So we're just gonna be focusing right on this section. And awesome. So because the stimulus package would likely be a boost to the markets, it could also provide a lift to the prices of cryptocurrency, particularly if stimulus checks receipts use that money to buy cryptocurrencies. I should have definitely looked at the stimulus chart to when people got their stimulus checks and how they spent them. If you're getting a stimulus check, usually, it's used for bills and, other things that you were behind on and other issues you have to get paid. But, it was a very, not very shocking surprise, but a lot of people, considering the circumstances now, have now realized that, saving is more important than ever. And, majority of Americans, it's a flat out statistic that majority of Americans don't have $500 in their savings accounts, if even that. Like that's very, very rare that you meet somebody, and it sounds crazy. Like it sounds actually crazy, but then again, it doesn't. There are a lot of you got kids sometimes, and got doctor's appointment there. The refrigerator goes out, or the tires are not up to par what they need to do. Need to be, and they're not passing inspections. There's a lot of unexpected events that can happen that can cause to making it very hard to save. And with inflation and cost of living, it can be very, very difficult. In the sense of how you can get your needs met. And crypto investors have been betting for months that the flood of government and central banks spending to fight the coronavirus cause economic shutdown will eventually lead to inflation, which would also be beneficiary for Bitcoin. So there's another one right there. We literally just talked about inflation before that. So the lead to the economic shutdown, no money for people to spend, small business got shut down, and we're going against inflationary versus deflationary. Bitcoin, more coins, longer we keep moving forward, the less coins that will be available for everybody else. A complete opposite of what we have with the dollar. The dollar is literally being printed too much, and it's becoming not artificial and not trustworthy as to it can be printed out of thin air. Bitcoin cannot be printed out of thin air. So that hedge against inflation is huge. People are always searching to try to find the next hedge against how that's going to protect them against issues like this when we have problems like this, because we will have another, maybe not this one, but there will be another major event with in X amount of time that may cause something close to this, or possibly if not worse. So, and then last one, all the stimulus is calling into question the independence of the Federal Reserve, which to prevent short-term economic ruin, has basically printing money with an abandoned left. Oh, I'm sorry. Oh my goodness, cannot talk today. Been basically printing money with abandon, leaving itself to open criticism about the mountain of debt that has been spending sprees in creating. So I mean, we've talked about this a ton. Too much money, you can't do that. The government knows you can't do that. It's about time that we kind of get a new revamp on how the financial system is done. And it seems like all the stars are aligning to make BTC and cryptocurrency look very, very nice to a lot of people. And it took some time. It's going to take a little bit more time, but the ripple effects will start to come our way. We will start seeing issues with more inflation, and you'll see a lot more issues with some job scarcity. There are going to be some ripple effects to this, and we'll definitely go over that fairly soon if needed. But there will be some issues, and Bitcoin's looking like a great hedge right now and has been for quite a while. So definitely just want to bring this in here for the stimulus and how this is going to benefit our market, and overall how why markets correlate to this and how it's going to work in the future for stimulus packages. I think our last stimulus package before this was like 2008 or something. I think it was like 2008 housing crisis that we had. But yeah, definitely if you're getting a stimulus check, guys, of course take care of your main priorities first. Not a financial advisor, of course, but definitely just take care of your main stuff first. And if you have disposable income that you can even throw in the market, just like I said yesterday in my short clip on my Patreon, we're very blessed to even have that opportunity if you got disposable income like that. So definitely blessed to be in that section first off. So awesome. So we hopped over stimulus. We're gonna hop over again to the further understanding. Let me check my time. Awesome. We're literally only 15 minutes in. Wow, feels so much longer. 40% of Goldman Sachs clients already have exposure to cryptocurrency, survey says. So I brought this one up just for better understanding, really, guys. Like seriously, like this is really just continued teaching. We get so much news a day, about. We get it from every direction. We get it from institutions. We get it from retail. We get it from, high net worth individuals, experts who've been in space for a while. It's a lot of info that can be, jotted back and forth. So the American banking giant Goldman Sachs, and, Goldman Sachs is it's not a small, institution, that, people are just like, I'll go to Goldman Sachs if I need to. No, like this is high net worth individuals. Goldman Sachs is top tier, close to BlackRock. They're managing millions and millions and millions of dollars of assets a year, a day, majority of the time. They are leaned on as that guy, as if you had a very high net worth or started a company and did very, very well for yourself in your life, and you've got a lot of extra money and you want to expand that for your kids, or, keep that money safe and, keep that money growing, you're going to go to Goldman Sachs and trust them with, their asset hedging and their information that they're going to give you. So going on the quote, we're actually going live with the crypto trading desk, which will be quite narrow initially, but we'll focus on CME futures and non-deliverable forwards. And we're also now disseminating Bitcoin content to our institutional clients through our Mark platform. So that's phenomenal. That just shows you that they've been in this for a while. If 40% of their customers already have cryptocurrency exposure, what does that say that they've been doing for the past year and a half, 2 years? So that means that they weren't against crypto. Obviously, just like we said about the media, there are certain regulations that we have to follow with how these high net worth individuals talk to the media and how they express their asset holdings and so on. So they've been doing this for a while. You don't get 40% of your clients on board in 3 months or 4 months, however long we, since October, or even I think a little bit more than that, but since our initial liftoff of, our big cryptocurrency jump, which was around October time when we were approaching all-time highs of Bitcoin, and the cryptocurrency was kind of starting to heat up a little bit, as Bitcoin was approaching that all-time high of 20K, which seems crazy long ago, but it was not. So moving forward, Goldman Sachs, they also repeat throughout this article, trading desks through 2018, late of even 2017, they had been having these discussions, and these things take time. These are not things that are going to take right overnight, and we're switching over our whole portfolio. No, these take years, and these individuals had been known this for a while. It probably had been on the table. It's probably in meetings maybe twice a week, maybe 3 times a week. But it's crazy that these guys were talking about this years ago, and that's why they are they're some of the top tier hedge funds, asset managers in the world, is because you just as an asset manager, a hedge fund manager, you got to understand what the future's holding, what assets and technology is coming up, what new things are going to be here to stay in 5 to 10 years. You're taking a gamble, yes, but there are smarter gambles than others that you can take on investments and other assets that possibly are going to hold value. Anything can go wrong and not to plan, but there are, when you read something that if you think in your head, this is nice, I really like this, I really support this project, I think this could be big someday, you're probably not the only one who thinks like that. You probably have a good amount of people you may not know, or you probably won't know, that think the exact same thing as you, and we're like, okay, I'm gonna take this gamble, this seems worth it to me. And easy, well enough, it could not work, just like anything you do, but if it does, the reward can be astronomical. So absolutely, that's kind of just what I wanted to put on the table, that there are good gambles, and that these institutions know what they're doing. So it's kind of good to trust when you hear BlackRock and Goldman Sachs telling you that they've been accumulating Bitcoin and cryptocurrency. It's probably a good idea to kind of keep one ear open and kind of listen to those type of guys. So awesome. And also hopping over to Norwegian investment firm. So overseas, in Norwegian, they allocate $58 million in Bitcoin to their crypto ventures. Going down to this, I believe what they do. Let me try to find here's our tweet. Awesome. So today we announced the launch of SETI. We are a new company in Acre Group, and we will invest in existing projects and companies throughout the Bitcoin ecosystem. Bitcoin is our treasury asset, and the first purchase was 1,170 BTC, and our strategy is to hold. Wow, that's pretty awesome. It's great to see, and these are coming out on the daily. It seems it's just obviously we don't live in Norwegia, so we're not gonna have their type of front end news, but I mean, it just shows you, that's a big purchase. That's not a small purchase. Whether these, this company is not, I guess very big in U.S. terms, like it doesn't matter. We don't need all the institutions. We just need some of them, and the domino effect will follow. So, we will keep improving. We'll keep fixing the bugs and everything that is necessary, within the space. But the water's becoming warmer and warmer. As you see, we just had 2 out of our 4 articles, or our mass adoption, or I think as I keep going, I think there's a third one in here that I had in here with another mass adoption quote. With the launch of SETI, the Arca Group makes another move into software and fintech. We are very excited about the industrial opportunities that will be unlocked by Bitcoin and blockchain technology, and want to contribute forcefully to that effort. So seriously, just like we talked about, guys, it's more than just making money. It's simply that the software, or blockchain technology and all these other cryptocurrencies are going to be playing a massive role in our life, just helping us govern in my view, the most important section of your life, which is finance. Money's not everything, but money everything costs money. Well, everything. When you die, everything costs money. You need to pay for your funeral when you die. Some people, of course, don't do that, but majority of people do. So nothing in this world is free, and we just got to remember, it's not always about the money, but it definitely plays a huge role when it's just an add-on. When you enjoy this sector, just because we are so freaking early. Still, I know it sounds crazy. Like, oh, dude, like Trent, how are we early? Like, how are you saying that? Like, we're $50,000. Like, yeah, Bitcoin's at $50,000, but this space is just so young. Like, Ethereum is about 5 to 6 years younger than Bitcoin is. And that can even unlock that third eye for an even deeper analysis for, hey, like, geez, Bitcoin's this young and it's done this well. My gosh, what is Ethereum gonna do? It's like 4 years, technically, like it's a couple years development behind. If we're if we're being real, if we're technological, date. Oh my goodness, guys, I'm having trouble today. Stamping on the date. Technically that software is just is a bit younger. So yeah, definitely want to go over Norwegia. ARK Asset, you guys can. I'll have these posted as well, so you guys can reread them, and it's nothing. You won't miss out on it. But just seeing all around the world, adoption is phenomenal. So that's really why I include so many of these, is because we don't get to see this every day in the U.S. and also just depending where you live, and it could be easily overlooked. Like, look at the total views this has. Nothing. Look at this. This is the amount of views this article has. It was posted today, granted, but still, like, that's nothing. Like, if this was on CNBC or NBC or ABC or any other news like massive network, this would have probably millions of views by now, millions. So I mean, it just shows you, like, this is a great one right here. Like, we are still very early. So if you are here, I consider you still somewhat early. Getting into this space, absolutely, 100%. Awesome. So we got the BTC movie plot, making sure we're saying it on time, and also reading up on chat. Cool, we're good on that. We'll save the BTC movie plot for later. Let's see. We already went over Goldman Sachs. Went over more adoption. Let's see. Oh, awesome. Oh, I forgot. What is it? Atari. Completely forgot about Atari. So we're gonna talk about Atari just for a second. So if you don't know what Atari are, they are the makers. They're the company behind all of these games right here. We got Pac-Man, the original Pong game, and there's a couple other small ones, but their major ones are Pac-Man, Asteroids, and Pong. And the reason why this is so good is because they are now partnering on the crypto casino in the Ethereum-based virtual world. So now we've had a couple of sites that have been, cryptocurrency gambling sites, and gambling will always be a thing. It even during the pandemic, it is just a thing that people will never give up. Sadly enough that there are addictions with it, and there are other issues with gambling. But that is something that is never going away. Gambling will never go away. It's here to stay. So why not, make it easier for online usage. So Atari is partnering with working on their Ethereum-based casino. It's short. Nothing really. Just what that means moving forward is that you're gonna have more availability for gambling on cryptocurrency sites, which is also good for adoption. Like, really, it's pushing the trustworthy in the gambling realm. It's not all bad. It gives some decentralization on how you can do bets and do cash out. I think getting taxed on gambling. I don't think you get taxed on gamble money anyway. If you win at the casino, so I don't think that matters anyway for taxes. But yeah, crazy in the future. You think about, maybe go to Vegas and, MGM, you of course do your regular, gambling methods and all that, go and spend the roulette ball at the table or go play blackjack at the table. But then, you could possibly have a, whole other section of, maybe, some crypto, some crypto gambling. You can do that online, or maybe they might have you can have an in-person, kind of way if you want to do that. Maybe you got I don't even know, virtual machines in there, or, pretty much anything. The possibilities are endless. I mean, this is brand new to me. This is something that was just announced. The partnership was, just confirmed and all that. I'm not sure how they'll go about this. I'd imagine they go, probably strictly all online and do it that way. But really, the possibilities are endless. Like that, this is huge. Atari is not a small player. They've made some games that are will be known forever. Till probably the day we are not a civilization anymore. So. That's a huge plus in the space. That's a huge thumbs up for us. People are just flooding in left and right, guys. Seriously, it's left and right. They're just big players are coming, small players are coming. We're getting the green light from a lot of good people. Which we really love to see. So awesome. And also moving forward, we're going to talk about NFTs, of course. Did you think we were going to be missed out on NFTs on Tuesday? We've talked about them every day for the past 2.5 weeks because it just keeps getting bigger and bigger. So Taco Bell has just launched and sold out a collection of taco-themed NFTs. They were not as expensive as you might think they were. Oops. They were not as expensive as you think they were. They were they were $1.79 per collectible. When they did drop. So the whole pack, I think in total was $700. So our spicy potatoes, soft tacos can now live in your hearts and your stomachs and digital wallets. The chain tweets announced the promotion of numerous responses from Twitter users. I think it's hilarious. You guys know how I feel about NFTs. I love NFTs. I think there's some things that we got to work out in the sense of I think of just social status and just other issues of how it's going to be governed in the way of artists and difference between social status and, you know, talented artists, because, you know, some talented artists don't have the following, and then you got, you know, people who are just good social statuses, have, you know, really good followings, and, you know, can sell these at whatever price because, you know, their audience just loves them that much. And there's definitely a huge split with me between being, as, you know, me being a smaller artist, you know, having maybe not as big as a following as, of course, Jake Paul, who is not an artist but just has a ton of following, and, you know, having to see that, you know, translate, you know, even when, you know, you might know your work is better than, you know, than theirs. I've seen some pretty ugly NFT art, but hey, you know, one man's trash, another man's treasure. So you cannot, you can't really tell, at least me and the artist in me, you can't really tell, you know, if art is bad because you see it differently than somebody else. So I always think that's hilarious. But it just Taco Bell, but it just shows you, like, Taco Bell is making NFTs. Like, I cannot tell you just how crazy that is. Like, when I read this tweet, I was just like, what in the world? Like, that is awesome. Like, that's awesome. And, like, any publicity is good publicity. You know, like, I don't even really care nowadays if it's bad or good. Like, you know, just the more people that are just opening up their minds to, you know, understanding this technology and, you know, just giving it the thumbs up. And like I said, you don't have to know the core, the 100% core values of everything about this, you know, currency or blockchain, but, you know, just respect its existence, and, you know, if you don't like it, then stay out of the way. But if you do, then support it every way you can, because you know, some people, you know, really value this technology, and I believe firmly still that's why I'm here, that it will, you know, change the entire way we do finance for the absolute better. So, and also, we got a small talk. I hopped on TMZ, and I wanted to do a little bit more research. So this was posted up today. So, Rob Gronkowski releasing a rare digital trading cards on NFTs on Ethereum, on the Ethereum network for his NFTs. So, I mean, this is so funny. All right, let's give this a watch. Let's do it.
And you have these really awesome limited edition trading cards.
Trading cards. This quality is terrible. So fair.
This whole situation. I had never heard of this until right now. I'm very interested.
Yes, actually, even a couple weeks ago, I wasn't really sure what it was, and my good friend Blau got into it and everything, and you know, showed me the way. But non-fungible tokens are digital assets that are unique and limited. They can't be duplicated or split up. They have many uses, including for digital collectibles, music, digital artwork, digital trading cards, and in-game tokens. So that's kind of like the brief description of what NFT is. And for me, it's basically going to be like a digital trading card. You know those trading cards you have in person, you know, you open the package? Well, that's what it kind of is going to be, but it's going to be digitally. And it's going to be unique, it's going to be awesome, and I am proud to be launching the Rob Gronkowski Championship Series NFT
crazy. That's
collection.
Crazy. That's crazy.
It's going to be dope. There's going to be, 4 NFT cards that I'm releasing. It celebrates my 4 Super Bowls. So we created 4 cards digitally, you know, all signed by me too.
Oh, look at that, see?
Each of my championships. So, you know, if you're a big New England Patriots fan, there's going to be 3 cards that are digitally with those 3 Super Bowls. And then if you're a big Tampa Bay fan, there's going to be one of those ones. And it's just going to be unique. It's dope. It's super cool. And each card, hey, you ready for this? Each card is limited to just 87 editions.
Wow.
That could hold some real good
value.
value.
You want to hear one more thing?
Yeah.
Come on, I know you love it.
Bring it on. What you got?
Jewel of the drop will be a rare 1-of-1 Gronk career highlight refractor card celebrating 4 of my championships, baby.
He's hilarious.
And the winner of that auction will get to attend one of my games next season and meet me in person too. And to win this auction, you go to GronkNFT.com, baby. That's what it's all about.
Right. Do you think that you're seeing these trading cards like blow up like crazy now? Do you think this is the future now? The whole world is digital. Is this going to be the future now? Like, this is how trading cards are going to be exchanged and people are making money off of these things digitally?
I kind of felt like, I've heard about all this stuff that's digitally, like 2 years ago, kind of faded away and everything. And like I said, I was hearing about it during football season. Now that, heard about it a lot more since football's done. And I'm like, my mind's blown. It has blown up so much. And no one thought 2 years ago that it was going to reach this far, and now it is. I couldn't, predict the future and tell you this is the way it's going. But as of right now, I kind of feel like that this is the way it's going, just because of the momentum that it has. But for trading cards, I think it's very unique. I think the actual trading card will always be there. I mean, it's been there. It's the original thing. The original thing always lasts. It might not be as big, but I think this, having digital trading cards now is just going to be unique, and it's going to blow it out of the water. But an actual trading card, I think, will always be there. But I think it's leaning towards a way where everything's digital with just the technology that's going on and everything these days. So I think it's going to be big, man.
All right. Well, that was awesome. I think that was freaking awesome. As he said in the middle there, he's got 101 in there, with the special value of meeting him in person and having all this. He signed all of them virtually. These NFTs are they're validated by him on the blockchain. People can look up who has which one, which edition, how much they paid for them, the digital signature of Gronk. These are legit things. And it's blown up so fast that it's hard to even really wrap your head around this in general. But Gronk has got it just solid, so it's not too hard to understand. It's just, I think when people don't say they don't get it and they're like, oh man, these can't hold value, dude, people can just screenshot it and there you go. Yeah, you can do that with the Mona Lisa online, you can do that with literally anything, but that doesn't mean you own it. It's like having the Mona Lisa art painting. If I had it in my house and then someone just comes over, takes a picture of it, puts it on a canvas, you PNG it and plan it on a canvas, and then you get the canvas and then you say, oh, I have the Mona Lisa. No, you don't. You just took it and printed it out on there. This is the real deal. So it's that form of, validation and all that. And I just think people who, there are some people who actually are trying to understand, and that's okay. And it comes off very odd, but I know some people who just refuse to just accept the acknowledgement of it and just say just give all the excuses for why they don't get it. And it's just man, you know what? I just think you're just doing this on purpose at this point, because it's nothing too hard to understand. Because I'm telling you, if Gronk can get it, someone who's taken as many hits as he has and partied as hard as he has, I think you can get it too, or anyone else. So also moving forward quickly to Mark Cuban once again. By the way, this was awesome. I think this was by far, this was awesome. I think this was freaking great. But billionaire investor Mark Cuban talks about crypto and blockchain on Booze tonight. So he will be, I don't know what time he's going to be going on here. Let's see if it says. Having Mark Cuban on the show. I'll definitely be on that, or I'll watch highlights, or maybe if I miss it, I'll watch the rewind of it. But Mark Cuban is he's been a great advocate for the space. I enjoy the way he presents things. His social network is great. People trust him. He's been around this for a while. He's not new. He's just been more vocal about it over these past couple months to half a year, just for the obvious reason of things are getting a little bit the turbines are heating up. So he's trying to get people understanding this technology and this industry before either it's not too late, but it's better to be ahead of the curve than behind the curve. I'd rather know something and forget about it possibly than have it brought back up than me not knowing it the entire time and then me getting the information at the end. So that's just me. But this will definitely be a good one. Mark Cuban's very knowledgeable. We've watched plenty of videos on him on this channel, on the space of how he governs with DeFi, talks to people in DeFi, works with cryptocurrency in general. I know the Mavericks just were selling their gear. They were selling some of their Mavericks gear for the exchange of Dogecoin. You could buy Mavericks gear with Dogecoin, which is hilarious. And people, me specifically, I'm not counting myself out. Dogecoin has no use purpose, no backing, no actual value, but it does. It does. The people love it. People love it. It's gonna stick around, and that's just one thing people forget. It's if you got enough audience behind something, it's not going anywhere. It's just a matter of when that audience fades, or if they find something better that is going to replace that. So as of right now, Dogecoin will continue to be the penny of the cryptocurrency world, and people will continue to use it as long as it's got that support, which I think is hilarious. So awesome, guys. We actually let's see what we're clocking in. We are about 40, coming up on 40 minutes here. We will not be live. I'm going to put that up in the air. I do not think we're going to be live streaming on Thursday. I will be in California for some work stuff and also kind of just trying to relax. Some of these work weeks have been kind of crazy, just trying to go enjoy the beach just for a second. But I'll probably do a video, probably a short video. I'm out in California. I'll have my laptop and such. Probably just do like a quick talking video, maybe off the balcony or on the beach or something. Maybe give you guys a good change of scenery, or whatever. But nothing too wild on that end. We covered pretty much everything that I wanted to cover today, guys. Really just went over mass adoption, the continuous moving forward of how we are. We're going to hop into the trading view charts before we leave also today. Also just want to kind of get us maybe caught up on the charts. Whoopsies. Let's see what we're looking at. That's good. So, sorry guys, just kind of pick and choosing my words here. So actually we're going to go to the 1 day. So, kind of just expressing for next week. I just wanted to go over like kind of what we're going to just start off very simply. We're going to, understand these candlesticks. We're going to understand these indicators. We're going to understand everything down here, the MACD. Let's see what other indicators I thought we were going to go over. I don't use all these, by the way, guys. When we do this technical lesson next week, it's going to be very, very simplistic. It's going to be nothing like this. I do this, but it's like, to an extent, it's like I don't trade. So it's like a lot of these methods and that you see are not going to be for you, unless you want to use them. I'm just laying out the cards for you guys, and of course you guys can do whatever you like to do, and I will answer your questions the best of my ability. But we're gonna go over we're gonna go over literally this entire interface. We're gonna go in the day hourly charts, pretty much everything you see on here we will definitely touch. We just gotta start off pretty slow, integrated, and make sure that it makes sense to you guys. Just because as you guys do know, I do talk very fast, and I'm working on it. That's just the type of person I am. But especially with this type of stuff, we're definitely going to need to take things a bit slower as to how we're going to integrate this. But do not let it scare you. I'm going to have some readings over the weekend, moving into next week, so you're not going in there completely blind. I may not do a live stream for the first one just because I want to get the feel of how I'm going to teach this, so I might have some recorded videos, definitely on the trading view, just going quick 5 to 10 minute intervals maybe. Let me know if you guys would like that. If so, then we can go with that, and then we can once it gets more comfortable, we can hop on the live and do some live trainings together. But we'll definitely have a series. I'll definitely have a TA series. That's probably the route I'm gonna go. Is just do 5 to 10 minute intervals learnings of these such content sections. Overall, guys, we're beautiful. We're having a beautiful, phenomenal day. $52,000. We've recovered real nicely. I know we were at 56, and it's crazy that the trend is your friend. We saw from February, let's see, we topped out at February 22nd, and now it's 52. That's how many days? 52, 53, literally a week and a half, not even 3 weeks yet. We're already pretty much recovered back to where we were. So everyone who was freaking out, around here, we went all around here. This was accumulation time. This was definitely buying time. So like I showed in the video yesterday, you guys can go over yesterday. I posted a quick THR update of me talking and doing on the charts, but it was just more for visual example reasons, just to give you guys some footing into how these trend markets go. And trend is your friend to the very end. Do not fear when we have red days. Red days are buying days. So think long term, and we will be just fine, guys. Always have that long-term mindset, and it makes things a lot easier. Because if you're here right now, not just depending on your age, you got nothing but time on your side. Absolutely nothing but time. Seriously, compound interest it's a crazy thing. 10 years of compound, that's a lot. That's a lot, guys. So just wanted to hop on there real quick. Don't think I need to cover anything else. Keep updated on the Patreon, guys, please. And those who are not connected to the Discord, I would please, we're going to start utilizing that a lot more. Here, I'm going to move this over so you guys can see it as well. We're going to be utilizing this Discord a lot more. So for those, I got a couple in here. No Cam's in here. Dan's in here. Okay, Marcel's in here. Yeah, we gotta. I think about I'm only missing about 2 of you guys. So I have that in the Patreon as well. If you just go over here, it's my very first. I think it's my not my week 1 post. I don't think so. I always forget where stuff is on this Patreon site. If we scroll down, it's actually pinned. Yeah, it's pinned to the post actually. So that's actually awesome. So yeah, you go here. Same way. Oops, let's go back. Cool. So you go in your top right profile. After that, click that. You go to your apps, and then after that, you go to. Mine's already connected, but if you went to apps, there would be a list of apps, Discord, a bunch of others, and you click Discord. You connect your Discord account, and then shortly after that, after you connect your Discord account to the Patreon, it should send you an invite. But if not, please send me an email. I will, get you in there. I'm going to be utilizing that a lot more just because it's a lot easier to communicate with you guys. And I know once we get up to 10 patrons, we're going to be bumping up the stream to 3 times a week, possibly. So, or actually, no, we will be bumping up the stream to 3 times a week, which is phenomenal. So, do we need to cover anything else? Just double thinking, guys, to make sure I didn't miss out on anything. Yeah, I think that is it, guys. I want to wrap up just a little bit early, which is completely fine. Enjoy the rest of your weeks. Pay attention to the Patreon, please. I post on there quite often. I think I posted every day in there for the past week and a half, at least something. I never like to leave you guys with any dry information. I always like to open up doors that are going to lead you to other doors. So, it's going to be an endless cycle of information. And that's what I think is key, because you can just learn so much just by just reading. So, alrighty, guys. We are all good. Have a great week. Don't forget to, if you need me, ping me, send me emails, text me, do whatever you need to do. Always here for you guys. And I will see you guys probably on Thursday. I'll probably do a short video on Thursday while I'm in California. So, alrighty, guys. Have a great week. And I will see you guys on